Hi dolls. Alright, so this video is obviously going to be what you can tell by the title below. Last time I said it was above, but it's not. It's down there. This is going to be my freshman advice video. I am now a senior in high school. We're in summer now, so next year I will be a senior in high school. But technically, homegirl is there now. I feel like I can give y'all advice on high school. The first advice that I'm gonna give you is something that you hear a lot, but I'm gonna elaborate on it. Focus on your work. Like, I know when I first went into high school, everybody told me that, like, focus on your work, focus on your work, they told me to focus on my work, and like, of course, you think, duh, focus on your work is school. You can get distracted very, 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 very easily in high school, especially freshman year. Freshman year was a ton of fun for me. It's always fun. You're new in high school. It's like, oh my God, you're making friends. Everything's cool. You go to your first pep rally, football games, everything's good, and you lose track of why you're really there. And it is very easy to get distracted. Hold on one second. I think I'm gonna have to beat my siblings. Your 10th grade year and your 11th grade year are the foundation of your high school career. Those 2 years are very, very important, especially your junior year. Your junior year is really like your last year to get your ish together. Like, if you don't have it together by your junior year, are you gonna walk? I don't know what you're gonna do. Junior year is so important. It's one of the hardest years, and it's the most crucial and important year that you really have your stuff together as far as your GPA, your grades, and everything like that. 9th grade, you kind of have a little bit of leeway to, I guess you could say, mess up. My 9th grade year, I was not focused at all. I didn't focus on anything school related. I go to a performing arts school, so I was focused on everything around arts and playing around pretty much. Sometimes I wouldn't even go to class because I was in the music room practicing or whatever, blase blase. And I wasn't really focused on the academic side of things, to the point where I got put on magnet probation because I'm also in the magnet program. I got put on magnet probation because my grades weren't where they were supposed to be. Now, it's so important that you really, really focus on your school. Academically, you focus on your academics, because that is what's gonna determine if you walk across that stage or you're graduating. Sure, you can walk across the stage, but are you getting that diploma though? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's trying to shoot for a 4.0 or higher, or to graduate in white. If that's your goal, absolutely cool, but make sure that you get all of your required classes out of the way and you get all of your credits. That is so important. Like, I encourage you to shoot for the stars and go for what you gotta go for, but at the same time, make sure you hit all of your required classes. Electives are great, but my mom tells me a quote that I didn't live by and I didn't listen to, and that is, if you grind now, if you work hard now, you can relax later. So freshman, sophomore, really freshman and sophomore year, if you go above and beyond, you hit those AP classes, you get your required classes, you're doing online stuff, you're working hard, your junior year should be a breeze, where all you're doing is making up a couple of credits that are required. And then your senior year, you can play all day. You might not even have to come to school, you know what I'm saying? Or you can take your senior year to go above and beyond to get your GPA even higher so that it looks great for colleges, because ultimately high school is the root of you starting your either college career or your life. You know what I'm saying? And another tip, dropping out. Don't drop out. Like, I've met people that actually dropped out of high school. Don't do that. I'm not saying you're you can't do nothing or you'll never be anything if you drop out of high school, but don't drop out of high school. Stay in school and do what you have to do and finish what you have to do. Tip number 2. My second tip to you guys would have to be, save the relationships for your senior year and beyond. Because I know that you're going to do what you want to do, pretty much. You're going to do what you want to do. You're going to date who you want to date. You're going to see who you want to see. A senior may be into you and you just think it's the junk. You just think you the junk girl, or boy, you think you just that. You know what I'm saying? Just because a boy who's older than you or an upperclassman comes to talk to you, you think you just it. You think you are everything. I am in there, yes. Or maybe he's a freshman or whatever. You just start getting into these relationships and they really are distracting. So distracting. Boys are distracting. Girls are distracting. And they're everywhere. And then the dopamine in your brain, and we can get into all those chemical imbalances later. But for now, save the relationships for your senior year or beyond. I don't recommend you date in high school at all. 10th grade, I haven't dated at all, but 10th grade, I talked to a guy and it was a distraction enough. And 10th grade was probably one of the worst years that I had in high school thus far because I was not focused at all. I really didn't do any of my work. I was not focused. I didn't work very hard at all. I don't think I really even cared. School, I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I talked to a guy and it was a distraction. I was always either really, really happy or upset. It's like an emotional roller coaster. And I feel like at this age, is it needed? No. It's the most common thing ever. Everybody wants a boyfriend. Everybody wants a bae. So I mean, you're gonna do what you want. You're gonna do what you want to do. But I definitely recommend that you just save it. It's not necessary. 9 times out of 10, the relationship isn't gonna last. And if it's not gonna last, I'm not one for wasting my time. That's just me. And who has time for heartache and heartbreaks and breakups and all that stuff when you could be on your grind, mama, making those grades so you can make that money and doing what you got to do. Tip number 3, do not have sex at school. I have to put it out there because it happens all the time. So I have seen so many girls specifically, get socially destroyed over having sex at school. And I'm not about to make this a sexist thing or talk about genders or whatever like that. That's a whole nother story for later. But do not have sex at school. Ladies, we live in a society where men are not seen as sluts. Men are not seen as hoes. Men are not seen as whores or anything like that. Protect yourself. Protect your worth and do not have sex at school. If you're going to have sex, that is your business. It's none of my business. That's your parents. That's what you have to deal with. I don't recommend you do it before marriage. That's just my opinion though. That's me. You're gonna do what you want to do. I'm telling you, do not have sex at school. Do not send nudes to people who you absolutely cannot trust. If you have a feeling inside of you that you shouldn't send him a nude, do not send it. If you do not feel comfortable with sending him a nude, do not send it. If he asks you repeatedly and he's just really pushy about you sending a nude, don't you send no nude. I don't recommend you send naked pictures of yourself. Don't do it. Unless you absolutely trust that person. That's your business. You're going to do what you want to do. Don't have sex at school. Don't have sex in some hidden room, in the science room. Don't have sex in the bathroom. Don't have sex in the practice room. Don't have sex at school. I feel like if you are not grown enough to sit there and do it in the privacy of your own home, then clearly you ain't got no business doing it at school. Y'all need to control yourselves, control your little hormones, and don't make the mistake of having sex at school. The same thing applies to guys. Don't do that foolishness. Don't. I know, just like boys, there are girls out there who pressure guys.
Oh my God, please, let me see it, just a little taste, oh my God.
No, tell her no, just no.
Get away from my pee-wee, and girls, get away from a poon-poon. I said no.
Don't do it at school. Save it. Tip number 4 has to be my favorite, and that is be social. Be social. Talk to people. I'm not saying sit there and look up, don't go on Wikipedia how to be most popular person in school. Like, no, but get social. Speak to people. There are so many different types of people. Well, at my school is very, very diverse. You can be anybody you want to be at my school. There are so many different people at my school. My school's so diverse. You can be anybody and not get judged for it. There are so many different types of people. Everybody is ultimately cool with everybody. Like, there's no bullying or anything at my school, because everybody's just like, everybody's themselves. It's an art school. We're all here to express ourselves, so nobody really judges anybody. But if you go to a school where everybody's judging everybody and everybody's the same, then I recommend that you just create your own path and branch out and do what you got to do. Which leads to tip number 5. I think we're on 5. Be yourself. It's only natural for kids to go through a phase where you aren't quite sure who you are or who you want to be, I guess you could say. So you test out being different people. I've gone through that phase, and nearly every kid has gone through that phase, and it's completely normal. But I encourage you to dress exactly how you like. When you go in and buy something, buy because you genuinely like it, not because it's trending or it's what everybody else likes. If you like what's trending, wear what's trending. I'm just saying, dress exactly how you want to dress, speak exactly how you want to speak, hang out with the people who are positive and who genuinely are assets to your life and not liabilities. Hang out with people who you genuinely want to hang out with because they relate to you. You know what I'm saying? If you're a hater and you're drawn to haters, hang out with the haters. Associate with the haters. Just drink haterade. Have a hater fest. A hater social meeting. Do what you gotta do. Hang out with the haters if you're a hater. That's the crew that you want to be with. That's the crew you want to be with. If you're genuine and you down to earth and you're kind of, I don't know, real meek, real chill, find somebody else who chill. Link up with the chill people. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Race has nothing to do with your personality. I don't care if you're white, black, Spanish, purple, green, orange, yellow, glittery. I don't care what you look like, who you is. If our personalities click, they click. You know what I'm saying? Point blank. So don't limit yourself to just your race. I ain't got nothing against you hanging out with black people because you're black. You want to do that, that's fine. But I'm just saying, don't just be like only blacks because I'm black. Like, no. Or only whites because I'm white. Just because you're white doesn't mean you can't associate yourself with everybody. I'm just saying, try to get around and feel people out, get social, and get to know different types of people, because it's all about networking. Everybody that you come across knows something that you don't, and every day you should learn something new. So with that being said, I'll leave it where it is. Tip number 6, have fun. Obviously, make the most out of high school. Join clubs, get active, join sports. You know what I'm saying? Do different things. Just have a good time. Go to the games. I ain't never been to a football game in my life, but that's because the football team at my school sucks. We don't play football or sports. We dance, we sing, we act. We're a performing arts school. So sports, not for us. It sucks. No. But if your school's thing is baseball, go to the baseball games, support them, have pride in your school, go to the pep rallies, have a good time, go to the homecomings, make some friends, make the most out of high school, because high school really is a great experience and it's really fun. I guess I'm gonna end with this one. I don't want to end, it's not necessarily negative, but this is a very important one which I'm gonna end on, which is the last one, which is going to be friends. High school is great and all, but it's very rare that you actually take friends with you from high school into your life outside of high school, because high school is not everything. Trust me, it is not everything. When you go to college, once you get accepted into a college, nobody really cares about what you had in high school. It's all about what you have now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna care that you won prom queen or prom king. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Even in high school, nobody really cares. At least not at my school. Nobody cares. Like your social status, I don't know, just today, it's not like that anymore. Back in the day, it used to be everything. If you were the most popular person, it was like, oh my God, that's all I want. Nobody cares nowadays. Like nobody cares about those things in high school anymore. It's really not about what you have anymore or where your status is, where your social status is in high school. Like nobody really cares. It doesn't matter. Like, okay, sure, you're the most popular girl in school, but I'm making that money. What are you doing? But you know, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, friends. Yeah, half the people that you are friends with freshman year, you're probably not going to be friends with sophomore year or junior year or senior year. You know what I'm saying? You grow, you mature, people leave, people fail, people die, to be honest. Like seriously, it literally goes like that. Like people are going to start to die off. People just start to get kicked out. They fight, they get expelled. Things happen. You know what I'm saying? You think you have the best of friends freshman year, and then the next thing you know, they're gone. And it's not a big deal. So don't think that every person you cross, just because y'all click, they could just be there for a season. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that they're going to be there for the rest of your life. And that's beautiful. If you guys end on a bad note and your friendship is over, then it's completely fine. They were there for a season. Take something positive from that relationship and move on. Same thing with boyfriends or whatever. You break up with them, take something good from it, realize what you learned. Now you know what not to do. Now you know who not to date, and move on. So friends in high school, really not a big thing. It never has been for me in high school because I already knew what was up. I learned the whole friendship thing. That's a whole nother video. We can talk about that later. But yeah, try to eliminate yourself from drama. Please try to stay away from drama. It's not worth it. It's childish, honey. It's really, really childish. And when you are a freshman in high school, try your best not to act like a freshman. Try your best not to act like a freshman. Be yourself. Be yourself. But please, I know you're excited about high school, but don't do the most. You do not have to do the most. You do not have to do the most. Okay? You can turn up. I know you're happy, but try to be a little bit more mature. It's a growing process. Try your best to mature up, okay? It's time for you to put on your big boy panties. It's time for my girls to put on their big girl panties. And it's time for us to grow up and mature. It's no longer middle school, so all that middle school drama is gone. Don't bring it to high school. Don't cross the upperclassmen. I recommend it. I recommend you not, because you will get put in your place. Respect your elders. Do what you have to do in school and have a good time. I hope that your high school journey is really good. I hope it's as great as mine. I hope you build a bond with your class and your family and you have school pride, and I hope that you have a great time in high school. That's the advice that I'm going to give you upcoming freshmen. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Share, like, subscribe, follow me on all social media. Add me on Snapchat. I love you guys so much, and bye-bye. Mwah.